Hey guys, so right now what I'm gonna do is just do a quick demo for you for a quick quesadilla, okay? And there's a couple different ways that you can do quesadillas, but the one that I'm gonna show you is just the way we normally would do it in class like this. And I do highly recommend making one at home if you're allowed to use the kitchen and some of this stuff. One of the very first things you always want to do before you start working in the kitchen is, of course, wash your hands, right? We wash our hands under hot water, and you do that for 20 seconds. Please make sure you do it the whole time, especially with everything going on right now. You want to make sure you're washing your hands with enough soap and water. So first thing you want to always make sure you do is have all of your ingredients and everything in place, okay? So I use whole wheat tortillas. Whole wheat tortillas are a little bit better for you than the regular ones, the all flour ones. I use like a Mexican blend cheese. And then I also have like an assortment of cut up vegetables that I just made. So I have some peppers, I have some onions, and I have some avocado for afterwards. I like to actually put my avocado on after it's cooking because I don't like hot avocado, okay? So with all of that in place, the next thing you want to make sure you do is have your equipment ready. So what we're going to be using today is the electric griddle, all right? And the electric griddle is a lot easier, I feel like, because you get a better gauge on your temperature. You can set the temperature to exactly what you need. Whereas with the fire, sometimes you're not sure how hot it's going to be. And if you have an electric stove top too, I mean, it can take a while to heat up. This is pretty quick. I have it heating up now. If you have one of these at home, I would heat it to like a 350-degree setting. If you don't have one of these at home, you can use just a skillet. This is a regular stovetop skillet that you would put on the top of one of your burners, okay? And I would set it for like a medium heat, all right? Okay, so as this is getting nice and hot, I'm gonna get one of my tortillas out. Okay. And okay, one of the things that I like to do that we wouldn't do in school, but I do at home, because I have it right here, is I actually put some butter on the griddle before I start. So it will actually get our tortilla nice and crispy and buttery on the outside, okay? So I'm gonna spread that on, get that all melted on there. One other thing you want to make sure you're doing when you're using like a non-stick griddle like this or one of the skillets, please always use plastic. You never want to use metal or anything like that because it will scratch through the non-stick surface, which actually is pretty dangerous because of the chemicals that can be released. So I'm going to spread the butter around a little bit, and then I'm going to set my tortilla down. At school, we not only can we use these for the quesadillas, but we actually have quesadilla makers, and those are like the round, they almost look like George Foreman grills, except they're just for quesadillas. So I'm gonna put my quesadilla down, and then here's the trick, guys. You wanna make sure you set the cheese and the ingredients on only half of the quesadilla. You don't wanna go all the way to the edge. You wanna leave a little bit of like a frame. So I'm gonna put a little bit of cheese. I like the Mexican blend cheese, okay. I'm gonna put a little, just like a little tiny bit of onion and pepper. And I'm not doing any meat in this, but you could feel free to do some steak or some chicken or even some bacon, and some seasonings would be good too. I'm just doing a very simple one for you. If you were to put seasonings on this, I would use like cumin or maybe even a little chili powder. All right, and you can hear that it's already starting to sizzle, so I'm going to take my spatula and flip it over. Okay, so I'm gonna let one side get nice and toasted and golden brown, and then the other side, when I flip it, will also get golden brown, and we'll show you what we get. All right, getting ready to flip it, and what do we got? Ooh, golden brown right on the top. That's exactly what we want. That's what we want it to look like, okay? Let that cook a little bit longer. Okay, and it is ready to now stick right onto my plate. And you will learn this. I hope you already know this, but if you're going to be in our FC classes at all, you're definitely going to learn to always make sure the first thing you do when you're done using an electrical appliance is unplug it, okay? So we're gonna unplug it, we're gonna turn it off on the dial over here, and then we have our quesadilla. So what I like to do with the quesadilla is actually use a pizza cutter to cut it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna start in the middle, okay, like this, and then you're just gonna go one way, and then you're gonna go this way. And you'll see you'll get a nice 3 little triangle pieces, okay? Sorry, did you see that? 1 and 2. And we have our finished product. You can dip this in some salsa and sour cream, anything you want really. And I like to serve mine with some avocado on the side. So enjoy.